Iron armor.
Iron armor.
Iron sword.
Iron sword.
Iron armor.
Iron armor. I can hear things. Sort of. Actually loosen my earbud just a little bit so I can actually hear myself talk. Because it was like, oh, this works, I can hear, but I'd never tried doing the speaking with it.
Hello.
Hello. I can hear the blood omen now.
That's nice. I don't know how the music in this one is.
Generic, but seems fine.
Yeah. To be honest, this goes back to my thing of I never noticed the music in games. I also don't remember how the music is in the other ones. I don't know what it is about me that music never factors in unless it's something super noticeable or has vocals. Like, I noticed the music from, like, Persona because, well,
it's got
you know,
lyrics.
yeah, it stands out. But, like, music in everything else, not really. I'm better at noticing the music in movies than games. I wonder if that's just because of the lower level of interactivity.
Yeah, I imagine that. That probably has something to do with it. Oops. Let's see here.
The town of Stenschenkroh bore with it the infamous aroma of its inhabitants. In life, I would not have graced the place with my presence. In death, I merely added to the...
Oh, how did all of your off-screen collecting go?
It's fine-ish. As you can tell, I'm in a bad health way, but I've got like 6 Hearts of Darkness. Also, I didn't realize that there was voice acting when you hit those like signposts. And boy, you were right, Kain is a dick.
Yeah, well, it's his defining character trait. He's not a good guy.
I mashed too hard, I meant to drink their blood. There we go. There's some blood.
Of all the methods I employ, this is perhaps the cruelest. Causing my victim's body to shrink on itself, crushing bones and rupturing organs till the pressure inside bursts the sack of fleshy skin, spraying its contents for all to see.
Oh, that's gross. Talking about imploding people and how he
Sometimes you gotta.
how he like crushes the skin and then it makes the organs explode for all to see.
Man, I love you, Kain.
Just walks into someone's house and just starts drinking all their blood. Fun.
Damn it, YouTube volume selection. Trying to find the right level of low volumes that I can hear Kain talking, but it's not overly distracting otherwise.
Save Victor! Save Victor!
Didn't mean to do that. I meant to drink your blood, but instead you got flayed.
Rough. Flaying someone is kind of a dick move, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many easier ways to kill someone. If you go out of your way to flay them, it's really just rude.
Uh-huh. It's the bighorn brothel, if you know what I'm saying.
Also, I forgot how much Kain loved TLV Victus back in the early days.
I assume that means something.
I think it just means, like, woe to the conquered, or it's like his family motto. It falls out of use somewhat later on. I think he realized how much of a douchebag it makes him sound like. Don't get me wrong, he's not above sounding like a douchebag, but I think at some point he was just like, I don't think it's actually cool. Oh,
Well, gotta make sure that all this pixelated nudity doesn't take me off the YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's cracking down recently. Finally. The fatal flaw with turning up the volume on your YouTube stream so I can hear the game is that I can hear myself.
Yeah.
No, I can hear myself is the main problem here. And then I remember what my voice sounds like, and I'm just like, oh, this has to stop.
I really appreciate this room in the brothel with help written in blood and a bunch of dudes chained up to the walls.
Well, then who even wrote that if they're all chained up?
It's a great question.
It's like a weird roleplay thing. Maybe that's not even like... It's not even really a demand for help. This is just what they're into.
I missed a secret, apparently. Hold on.
Why are there a bunch of cheap people chained up in this brothel anyways? What's the deal there?
Hey, don't kink... You're always telling me not to kink shame.
I'm just curious as to why the brothel has, like, the creepy... Like, is this a brothel run by evil monsters or something? Just run by, like, weird people?
It's probably...
Sorry, not weird. Like, the type who would kidnap. Yeah, no, you know what? Fine. If you're gonna kidnap somebody, it's weird.
Yeah.
You are allowed to kink shame if the kink is, like, forcibly kidnapping others.
Without their consent.
Yes.
One must be wary in dealing
If it's
with
weird
the spirit.
kidnap roleplay, that's one thing.
The
Everyone
wraiths
can agree
and
to that.
shades that inhabit them
That's good, wholesome
offer
fun.
items beyond mortal dreams in exchange for a sampling of your blood. The wraithsmiths forge their items with forfeit souls.
Shed your blood for me, and these artifacts will be yours.
Well, that's creepy. I don't think I'm gonna shed my blood for you.
I mean, what will you get out of it if you shed your blood?
Implode... The ability to implode many people.
I mean, that might come in handy.
I might, but... I don't know.
You can always probably come back and get it later.
Yeah.
Also, how much blood do you even have to shed right now?
I mean,
You're in a bad
like
way health-wise.
I'm in a really good way health-wise, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, you were in a bad way.
I was in a bad way.
Your situation has changed.
Yes.
I am back to messing around on the Dynasty Warriors, by the way. Still pretty fun. Hook. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Why is that a command grab?
To make you ask questions, and it worked.
I was playing as that character earlier. I should have known that blocking was not going to do me any good there, but I did anyways, because I panicked.
I'm gonna actually just stop equipping the flay that I have. And I keep hitting the wrong button. It's always really funny to me. Like when I try to open the items, I will invariably open the spells and vice versa.
This lunatic was delighted to see me. Perhaps his madness would reveal a greater truth.
The bastards in Stenchen Crow shun me as Nosgov shuns them. I know what it means to be an outsider vampire. I fear you not. But remember this, there are others who will speak to you. So long as you know how to look.
Alright, thank you, crazy homeless man.
I love that the land they live in is called Nosgoth.
That's a good name.
It's just so on the nose, you know?
It really is.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna need to look this up because I want to say the land of Nosgoth might have actually been called something else at one point, and the name may have gotten changed.
Great.
Because I think the original name might have been ridiculous. I remember something about this before.
Oops.
Oh.
This way is the way to be going. Oh God. Voice lines doubling over each other.
Oh, that's good.
Please help me, kind sir. Please help me, kind sir. Oh, hello.
Oh man, you're right. Those voice lines doubling over are rough.
Please help me, kind sir.
Also, you did a surprisingly on-point impression of them.
It's the secret to my impressions. They're either great or the worst. There is no middle ground. Okay, wait. This should be a bat beacon? Okay.
Okay, I can't find anything about the original name. I still feel like that was a thing I read once upon a time, but I'm not gonna stick on it. I will say that apparently there has never been an official term for a citizen of the land of
A
Nosgoth.
Nosgothian.
That is one of the speculative things you can call them. Nosgothian. And the other one was... Oh yeah, so Nosgothian and Nosgothic are the two terms that have been used unofficially.
Makes sense.
I mean, I guess if you can be a Visigoth, you can be a Nosgothian.
Yeah.
This character in the Dynasty Warriors, or the Warriors of Orochi rather, just ran up to me and yelled, "There's nothing
Purveyors
cooler
of
than Mortal
distrust and
Kombat."
superstition. Most of their babble should be taken with a pinch of salt, since the gypsies often
Thought you'd
tinker
like to
with
know
weary
that.
travelers' minds. However, a few gypsies have something interesting to say.
Oh. Gypsies.
Probably very trustworthy.
There are benefits to traveling beneath a human guise. The threat to my person is lessened, and much information can be gleaned. However, the illusion is flimsy, and any act of aggression on my part can break the spell.
Also, now I can magic myself to
Wait,
look
what
like
am
a
I-
human, I guess.
Well, hey, that's handy.
Yeah.
You don't always want to look like a horrifying vampire.
You don't?
No, I mean, it's cool, but sometimes you have to hide how cool you are until the appropriate time to reveal how cool you are. It's the same reason that you occasionally wear a disguise.
Guess you hit the wrong button again. It was me.
Was it you?
It was me.
You monster.
R1 is magic, R2 is items. R1 is magic, R2 is items. I should really remember this.
Oh, Jesus!
Sanctuary. Energy bolt.
Oh, there's probably a transformation,
The energy bolt
now that I think about it.
Oh, right, I was going to ask, how's the Persona Q2 been going?
It's been going.
As someone who only cares about the Persona 4 cast and Labris, should I bother with that game? Especially considering that Labris is not in it.
You can watch a clip.
Yeah. Like, that's kind of my problem, is I like the Persona 4 cast. If I could play as them the whole game, it'd be one thing, but I don't want to
I
play
would
as the
seek
Persona
to
5
cut
team.
the cancer
I don't want to play
from
as
its
the...
heart.
Like, here's the thing. Persona 5 team, you know who I like? Main character's okay. Futaba's okay. Makoto's okay. Everyone else can fuck off. Don't care.
You know what's really great is that I can play as like a team of Persona 4 people, but then have Futaba be the navigator instead of Rize.
See? Yeah, that sounds okay.
That's a highlight. Admittedly, I do have Makoto and Haru because type coverage, but also they made Ken like a PSI person like Haru, which is weird to me. But I guess it makes sense because otherwise there is one PSI person in the entire game. Also, there are just like amusing sub-story or like side story stuff. Like, for example, the moment where one of the side missions, the quota, the cast that you should add to your team for that to do the good is Akechi, Koromaru, and Ken.
Yeah.
And just, like, immediately the Persona 4 protagonist is just like, something's really weird about Ken and Akechi. They rub me the wrong way. Like, immediately, and it's hilarious.
Why are the Persona 4 casts so much fucking cooler than everybody else?
That's a great
What's
question.
the deal? Does everyone in the game acknowledge how outclassed they are by the Persona 4 cast? Because they should.
They really should. I feel like there's a lot of implied knowledge of being outclassed. Whoops. Don't walk into the water, Kain, you moron.
I mean, who's controlling it?
You know. Don't worry about it. There are 3 buildings from the sea. Oh, there it is. Go to the building at the top of the sea. I'm really glad you suggested using a walkthrough, because this would never get done if I didn't just have a guide up. Wasserbund. Korhagen. Chopping block. I'm gonna be honest, like...
Aye, I've heard of a wise oracle who lives in the mountains to the north.
Someone, like, there's just a voice line out of nowhere that surprised me. Oh, I ran out of magic. Now everyone's gonna attack me.
Oh, wow. Did you see this hilarious PC Gamer article relating to Stadia?
Oh, that, like, 65 hours will use a terabyte of data?
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
That's a lot of data.
That's a whole lot of data.
I want to know what that would do to someone with a data cap.
That they are not using Stadia is the answer.
Yeah, and I want to see the bill anyways. I just want to know what that looks like. What do those people look like when you use a terabyte of data? Do they just start salivating? Like, how much money is that if you've got, like, a data cap?
I mean, I guess it would depend on your data cap and how much a terabyte would go over.
I'm gonna just take a wild guess and say a terabyte would go over anyone's data cap.
Well, yeah, but like by how much?
Like
is
how
it?
much, yeah.
So many flays.
Also, this is unrelated to anything, but a Twitter account I follow just keeps posting pictures of this one type of frog. And I'm just gonna post a picture of this frog so you can look at him.
I'll do that as I'm navigating around dudes with axes what are trying to murderize me. Discord. Oh, he's so angry.
I know, I love it.
Yeah.
I relate. I love that guy. I don't know. It's apparently called
Should
Cape
this object strike
Rainfrog.
an enemy, rot
He's
and
the
decay
best
will
thing.
instantly eat their flesh and leave only a pool of
He's
blood.
a little
and
angry
tissue.
thing with an
For
oddly
a time
human face.
after, the
He's like, yeah.
toxins are still active and therefore lethal to the touch.
I got a font of putrescence.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a employee. I don't care at the moment.
Save Victor!
Also, dude, you gotta stop yelling out like your family slogan here. Like it's
No. Let's see if there's a page on the Legacy of Kain. Yeah, there is a page on the Legacy of Kain wiki for that saying.
What does Legacy of Kain wiki have to say about that saying?
It's Kain's battle cry.
Oh,
Well, apparently he does it whenever he's doing maximum damage with his combo attacks. For instance, his triple swing with the Iron Sword.
that would explain a lot.
Oh, I don't think it's even a family motto, that's just a personal motto.
Oh, it's even.
It's way lamer.
Save Victor!
I guess we're going back this way anyway. Because I misread the guide. So we might as well pick up these implodes and whatever. Not in here.
Oh, apparently it's even mispronounced in the game.
Great. Should it be
And-
Vivictus or something?
I believe so, yes. Apparently, the voice actor for Kain even did it right in one of the takes, but they didn't use that one.
Thanks, Dennis Dyack.
Yep. I want to point out that is an exact quote from Dennis Dyack. Is, I believe, Simon Tibbleman did get it right in one of the takes, we just never used it because we didn't know better. Which,
Thank-
you know, hey, at least they're honest about it.
Yeah.
The wind carried screams from the west. I couldn't help but smile. Someone else in this world was suffering
Oh,
more
Lord.
than I.
Kane,
Oh,
oh my
fuck.
god.
Is he just still yelling it?
No, he's just talking about how he heard screams from the west and it brought a smile to my face. Because someone,
Yeah, no,
someone in this world is suffering more than I am.
He's so up his own ass, it's great. Kain is the worst, but that kind of makes him the best. Where is? So yeah, apparently it was recorded in multiple pronunciations for Blood Omen 2, but was left out of the game. And it is speculated the reason it was not included in the game is because they could not decide whether to go with the old incorrect pronunciation or fix it. It's like they couldn't decide whether to go with
The heart of
consistency or
darkness.
accuracy. So they just left it out entirely. I will say this, it will make a return.
Great.
But not in Blood Omen 2.
in Soul Reaver for some reason.
I mean, Kain's in all the Soul Reaver games. He's the main villain of the Soul Reaver games, in fact. Oh, you got axed.
I did, but that's okay, because I got...
You got all these... How many of those hearts do you just get them somewhere?
Yeah, like they were part of my off-screen collecting.
Okay, so there's like a limited amount of those in the game, right?
Probably.
Okay.
I died again.
Oh.
The Heart of Darkness.
Holy shit, you shot the fuck out of that guy.
Well, I bet there's like a, shrine where I bet you can, like, sacrifice health for items.
Oh, okay.
I bet. I don't know. I haven't scrolled through this guide, but
But you're assuming that's the thing?
there's been one for imploding and one for, flays, so I'm gonna say yeah. Oh, God, stop murdering me.
The gaping maw of Nupraptor's retreat rained upon Nosgoth all his pain and misery. The disease begged to be cleansed.
I'm glad that the
The Heart
death
of
didn't
Darkness.
take until Kain was finished narrating about Nupraptor over here.
I like that there's an entire category for time paradoxes on the Legacy of Kain wiki.
Great. I'm sure we'll get there.
Oh, we will. Oh, whoops, I just realized what time it is. I'll be right back while I go grab something to eat.
Makes sense. Your blood. One is magic. Yeah.
The mentalist Nupraptor was renowned through Nosgoth for his tricks of the mind, telepathy, and telekinesis. Pilgrims traveled from all across the land seeking the comfort of his lies. I sought not his wisdom, but his life.
Kain, you edgy motherfucker. Oh boy.
Please, help me, kind sir. Help me,
I will help you by murdering you.
please, help me, kind sir.
Jesus.
You are lost beyond all.
Good. Yeah, I don't need your blood. At the moment. Whoop. Okay. Walking the poop. It is so dark about this let's go. Oh my god. Oh. Head up to the start. Is it purple? Ow. Okay, I still have 3 hearts.
Please, help me, kind sir. Please, help me, kind sir.
Again, I'll help you by drinking your blood. Oh, Jesus, I am just doing super good at avoiding traps right now. It's like Mortal Kombat Armageddon up in here.
You dare intrude upon my sanctuary? Can I not mourn in peace? Leave. Leave and let my solitude be complete.
Cool. Magic blood.
Hey, Victor!
I don't know if you knew this, but Ve Victus. Ow.
You are lost beyond all. You cannot see us. You have so shut you.
And I'm back.
Hello.
How's the blood over there?
I think we're in
There's
Nupraptor's...
fucking arrows flying all around over the place in here.
We're in Nupraptor's sanctuary. Gonna go fight us a Nupraptor.
You should probably beat that guy up.
Probably. Hold on. Just, you know... Checking the walkthrough. Help me, kind sir. Hit the red. Again, R1 is magic, not R2.
I came upon one of Nupraptor's serving girls, catatonic with fear, choking out half words through bloodied, broken teeth. Although tempted by hunger, I stayed my hand, allowing her to tell her story.
That lady does not look
She
catatonic.
spoke of her lord Nupraptor, driven to insanity by the brutal
Totally
slaying of his
catatonic.
beloved Ariel. She spoke
Kain's
of
a
his
doctor.
self-mutilation, sewing his eyes and lips shut to deny the outside world. Fueled by despair and hopelessness, he turned his magic on the circle,
Now
infecting
she
their
looks
minds
catatonic, but
with
that's
his
because I hit a
madness.
button trying to get my light
Nupraptor
spell
cared
back.
for nothing now.
And so
save
the
his
entire game is
pathetic
frozen while Kain is
self-pity.
narrating about how Nupraptor went crazy.
Scars such as hers would never heal. Death would only be a mercy.
I like to imagine that she just stopped to listen to the narration. Nothing is gonna get between Kain and a good monologue.
Oh yeah, no.
There's one thing you're gonna get a lot of in these games, is good monologues. Like, Kane's bad about it, but holy shit, Raziel can go. Like, think of it this way, Raziel is basically Kane's emo teen son. So imagine the monologuing you're in for.
Oh, I'm so excited.
The cretin squandered life and left it seeping on the floor. Such waste was a travesty. Perhaps
His
Nupraptor
centuries
needed to be
old,
taught a lesson
rebellious
as to the
teenage
value
vampire
of
son.
blood.
I appreciate Kain just being like, God damn it, they're ruining my, they're wasting the life by displaying it on the floor. I don't know where this killing is coming from.
He's got a good evil laugh.
He does. Lots of good evil laughs in the media I've been consuming lately.
Man, now I just want to see, like, old man Kain, but like Timothy Dalton. But I also don't think Kain can be old.
Add vampire magic.
But like, when vampires get old, they just turn green.
That's a very large brain on the floor. So I just want to point out I really appreciate... welcome to the 4 tests. None of these tests are hard.
Holy shit, yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that.
You weren't expecting the giant brain on the floor?
Like, you said it was a big brain, but I was thinking like basketball sized.
No, like room
Okay.
sized.
To be fair, I guess this guy's hideout isn't like there's a giant skull, so maybe that's the brain of wherever the giant skull came from. That's my assumption.
Okay.
Where did you leave off on the Doom Patrol, by the way?
That's okay.
Air Patrol.
Yes. Not okay with.
Not okay with the Beard Hunter.
Not okay with the Beard Hunter. All right, I have done one of the tests.
That didn't take long.
No, it did not. Test 2. Oh, one of these things says whatever you do, don't use the light spell. So, that's great. Test 2, bottom right, hit the switch in the center painting, go through the door, step on. Oh. Don't use the light spell because the floor is marked. I see why you shouldn't use the light spell. And you will see when the stream catches up.
Oh, yeah. But no, for real, as far as Doom Patrol goes, I think that thing with the hair scum out of the drain in episode 10 might actually be the grossest thing in that whole series.
It's not great.
Like, even beyond all the body horror involving Cyborg early on and all that stuff, and the stuff that happens in the finale, like, just watching that dude slurp down, like, drain refuse is, ugh. But man, how good was Danny Patrol?
Danny Patrol was really good. I am amazed they, like...
That Danny the Street happened and it was good?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's surprising, but they totally did it.
Because that seems like the type of comic book character that would never make it to a live-action adaptation of anything.
And for good reason, really. Because it's a fucking sentient street.
Yeah, but it was so good, though.
It was really well done.
Like, I like dumping on DC Comics because DC Comics are generally bad.
Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while, they have
Every once
good
in a while
ideas.
something good happens. I think the funniest thing is that almost everything from the Doom Patrol show, like, it's all stuff from the comics. It's just done really well. Like fucking Animal, Vegetable, Mineral Man over here.
Test 3 is to the bottom left.
Do you have, I want to ask, a favorite character? Because I actually find it really hard to pick.
Yeah, like, my gut says Negative Man,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's really hard to pick. Whoa.
Like, I like Negative Man a lot. I like Robot Man a lot. I like Rita a lot. All three of them are fucking amazing. Crazy Jane is really good. But if, like, my favorite is a toss-up between, like, Negative Man, Cliff, or Rita. But Cyborg's also really good.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising to me. I was never a big fan of Cyborg in, like, the Teen Titans cartoon.
I liked Cyborg. He was, see, that's the thing. I always liked Cyborg, and I always felt kind of bummed that he was never, like, he never got a good main character arc, really.
I am very confused as to... Oh, wait. Aha! I need to be a wolfie. So I can go wee. Oh, too far.
I do like the way that Doom Patrol sets up Cyborg to be, like, an actual superhero who is slumming it up by hanging out with the Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's constantly talking about it. It's like, no, you're like a real superhero, though. You're not like all these other losers. Do you have those other transformations, or just the wolf thing?
I have the other ones. One of them is the turn into a human, and then the other one is bat, which is just a fast travel.
Okay. So one of them kind of just looked like a weird creature from the Black Lagoon style fish man almost.
I think that's the bat.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's not the human.
The human's got like it looks like Kain like pulling a mask off on the bottom.
Yeah, the one up top is the one I kept looking at and being like, what?
That is the bat.
Okay. Do you think there's going to be a big dumb boss fight in Super these 4 trials?
Probably. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of hoping for that.
You're hoping for, like, not 5 more floors of dungeon?
Yeah.
When conjured, the energy bank permits me access to mass amounts of magical energy for a brief period of time. However, when the moment passes,
So I
will
like
be
the
drained
UI
of
just
all
straight up
magic,
taking over the
unable
entire
to
side of the
cast
screen.
even the
Yeah,
simplest
before you
of
got
It's an
here,
interesting choice.
I made a comment about it because it's like old PC games where like they couldn't run at full resolution because old PCs, so they just had UI elements taking up most of the screen, so that the actual area they needed to render was much smaller. Oh. That's a lot of weird zombies in this area. Alright, that's 4 trials. Oh man, guess who was right?
Mm-hmm.
It was you. There is more
Oh,
dungeon.
yeah. Well, that's unfortunate.
Why would there be a boss fight after, you know...
Why would the boss not be in the giant skull? Why have a giant skull door like that if you're not gonna have a boss fight on the other side?
To be fair, like, check out this room with teeth once it gets there.
And now you're just fighting these weird, like, robe guys. Side note, man, how fun was all the dumb cult stuff in Doom Patrol?
It was pretty good.
How good was Mark Shepard just being not John Constantine?
Oh, that is another one of my favorite characters, but I feel like it's cheating because he only shows up in like 2 episodes.
Yeah. But man, he's really good. It apparently was totally, that character was made because the plan was to use Constantine, and someone was like, no, you can't use Constantine in Doom Patrol. And they're like, fuck you, we're making our own Constantine. And cut to them making that Kipling character.
You are lost beyond all
But you know what, fair enough, the world needs more surly magic detectives.
It's true. Constantine, Harry Dresden.
the only damnation.
Alright, I'm mad because this is not actually what I thought it was. I knew there was an old comic, like, miniseries called The Trenchcoat Brigade. John Constantine is the leader, but he is not. It is not actually just a group of Constantine knockoffs with Constantine. It is John Constantine, Dr. Occult, Mr. E, the Phantom Stranger, and Rose Psychic. Mr. E being a really good name.
He's also the villain in the weird arc-based Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Huh.
And then it turned out to be, like, Fred's dad or something.
From the depths of the retreat's eye sockets, I viewed Nosgoth in a different fashion.
That is the one with all the
glass
murder,
seemed
right?
to warp
Yes.
the image and taint the color. As if Nosgoth needed
the Mystery
assistance in
Incorporated.
making its corruption apparent.
Oop. I think I need to go back to the other eyeball, because I bet there's a health increase over there somewhere that I missed. There is. I really hope that at some point, like, my health will reach the top of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Oh, hey, there's a save point. That's probably a good sign for getting close to the end of the dungeon. Oop. So I drop things in the floor because my phone be ringing. It be robocalls because that's all I get.
I get those pretty constantly.
So, Malik, have you come to fail the circle once more? Leave, Paladin. I do not need your protection.
This is a good voice actor.
Come, Kain. Come.
Uh-oh.
Share my pain.
Come, share my pain.
So, this was the mentalist Nupraptor, this broken, pathetic little man. Yet crippled as he was, he would not yield without battle. Very well, old fool. If it is death you seek, I will not deny you.
Oi. Riveting boss gameplay make me mad.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
You've got to fight the Mentalist.
That terrible TV show.
Basically fighting Intelligent Cube over here.
Yeah, kinda. Man.
Remember Intelligent Cube?
Intelligent Cube is great.
Perhaps the head of her beloved.
Why
will
isn't there more
convince
intelligent
Ariel
cube out
that I
there?
have accomplished my task.
I am almost dead because I walked into spikes a lot after I killed the boss. But luckily I just have like a billion hearts of
The
darkness.
mace is amongst my
Yeah, it's
most
nice. Luckily, those will
useful
never run
weapons,
out. You'll always
for
be
it
able to
merely
count on those.
stuns my victims, allowing me ample time to feed.
Oh wait.
Oh, he's super dead.
Oh wait.
Energy bolt,
Nope.
You acquired his head.
spiked mace, The mace is amongst my
I
most...
acquired a spiked mace. Now I can destroy sick pillars. And I imagine this guy's gonna... Oh, I'm a bat now. Oh yeah, PS1 pre-rendered cutscenes.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
Just fly through the trees, it's fun.
I placed Nupraptor's head before the Pillar of the Mind, and watched on as it dissolved into the stone. The Pillar of Balance. Nupraptor was but the genesis. Forever tainted by his madness, the circle was beyond redemption. For them, absolution lay only in death. In me, they would find their deliverance. But first I had to defeat their shepherd, Malek, defender of the Nine, lay in a keep to the far north, past Vassabunt. It was time for me to test the wrath of the Pillar of Conflict.
Death in the circle breathes life to the pillars. For every pillar, there is a token. Only with these shall they be restored. But to reach a warrior, you must first breach his ward. Find Malek and destroy him. Only then will the circle fall.
Alright, cool. Thanks, girl.
The Pillar of the Mind. The Pillar of Conflict.
Oops.
The Pillar of Nature.
Alright, we're just gonna... Just gonna bat up to somewhere and hope we're going the right way. Is this the weird cave? Yeah. Getting stuff. Heck yeah. Help me, kind sir. Sergeant Crow, this shall be to Wasserbünde. Yeah. This is where we need to go. So what's over here? Alright. You're no damage you're dealing. Oh, didn't need to do that. You be good. No. No. Bye.
Wasserbund lay, its glory now stained and faded, a faithful child in the looming shadow of Nupraptor's retreat.
There's a man. There was a house that had a weird rock in front of it, like I could mace it. What's going on in here? Actually, on the putrescence. Yo, blood.
One must be wary in dealing with the spirit forges. The wraiths and shades that inhabit them offer items beyond mortal dreams in exchange for a sampling of your blood. The wraithsmiths forge their items with forfeit souls.
Shed your blood
Yeah.
for me.
I
and
get it.
these artifacts will be yours.
Oops. Okay, I think we are north of where we really need to be. So we're just gonna
Hey, Victor!
steal this man's blood.
Years ago, word reached us of a strange pestilence that had laid siege to a few remote villages far east. But the rumors failed to prepare us for the horror that was the plague. Hey, Victor!
The plague. The black plague.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us. Your magic energy recovers more quickly, for our blood enhances.
Cool, thanks, Space Lady.
Do not be greedy, vampire. You have had your fill.
Goodness, all these items. Okay.
Worms and maggots fed upon his festering skin. The scent of tainted blood seeped through the wounds upon which they feasted.
Gross.
Pity. Such a waste. Good blood gone bad.
Cooler Hagen.
Death and disease stalked.
Stop laughing like a weird maniac, Kain. Let's see. Skeleton flutist. I don't know if you knew this, but Ve Victus. Man. Feels like we've done a lot in this game, this stream, but it's only been like an hour. Oop.
Alright, finally made it back.
We've made it to Kurhagen, and now we're in the Shrine of Repel.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
How did getting that guy's head go?
I took it back to the pillars, and then they're like, okay, now go after Melvis, or Melkin? Mel somebody?
Malik?
Yeah.
Malik. He's the guardian of the Pillar of Conflict.
Yes. They did mention that.
Kain's still yelling his thing.
With the
Never
mace,
gonna stop.
the mace, it is way more common.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, I forgot you got a sick mace.
It's not a very common weapon for, you know, the protagonist over here. Also, he's just chuckling a lot. Also, I was gonna say that the mace seems way better than the sword, but then I just like spent forever beating that one dude up trying to get him into the stun state so I could use it.
You really think the mace would be better at stunning people than the sword, right?
Yeah. Like blunt weapons, you know. It does seem less likely to accidentally kill someone once you get them into their busy state, which is convenient for me because I like to mash the buttons.
But yeah, I was looking up some things and remembered how exactly this whole dumb plot went. So, Nupraptor, the mentalist over here, he was banging Ariel.
Patrick
Ariel
Jane.
was the balance guardian. Huh?
Patrick Jane.
Yes, he was banging Ariel. Ariel was the balance guardian. He was the mind guardian. So she got murdered, he found her dead, he went crazy, it drove everyone else crazy too. It drove all of the people in charge of the pillars crazy, because they're all connected, so when the mind guy went crazy, it drove everyone else crazy.
Convenient.
So he kind of caused this problem, by going crazy when he saw that his lady friend had gotten murdered.
And I'm sure that by the end of Defiance, we will not know.
It will never come up again. Totally not important. Totally not 15 layers of machinations on top of other things. The time travel won't come into play here at all.
No. Why would it? That's a lot of dudes. Also, Vegas, by the way. Stop hitting me.
God, your whole UI just fucking look at that thing.
It is the most, like, late 90s thing.
I feel like if they ever made like a bad Flash game based on Metalocalypse, that is the kind of UI they need. Like if Adult Swim gets back into making weird games and they put out a Metalocalypse game, I want that.
Oh, make you mad? Do you want to know something really funny?
Huh.
I think I may have gone in a big dumb circle.
Oh?
I may have gotten turned around at some point and then started going backwards through the dungeon. Oh wait, no. Because I came out the top, which means I can go this... Okay, never mind. We just went back to the first room for no reason. I thought my sense of direction kicked in, but it didn't. I went the right way.
I've now found the page for Snow in Legacy of Kain. In the wiki. Snow is in the weather condition. So, you want to know something funny?
It doesn't snow in Nosgoth?
No, it totally snows in
The heart
Nosgoth.
of darkness.
But what do you think snow does?
Bad things to vampires.
It fucking kills you.
Great.
Because, guess what? Snow's just frozen water.
Yeah.
So, fuck you, says the snow.
Oh yeah, by the way, I got 18 of those revived things on my way to this shrine that you missed.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I was worried it was going to be one of those things that there were like 10 of those in the game or some shit.
No.
Okay. This is not a thing where you get to the end of the game and realize you run out.
No, this isn't Silent Hill 3.
The Heart of Darkness.
Catch Kain's dumb Hamlet joke when you got that guy's severed head, by the way.
No.
Apparently he makes a dumb Hamlet joke.
Great.
It says, alas, poor Nupraptor, I knew him well. Well,
The
not
Heart
really.
of Darkness.
Kain, you're such a dick.
He's great!
There are so many arrows and just nonsense filling the screen.
Please, help me, Master!
Invoking this spell cloaks me under a protective aegis. Whatever spell is cast at me will be reflected back at the caster, leaving me unharmed. It will only last for a short time, however, before leaving me vulnerable once more.
Jesus Christ.
The Heart of Darkness.
Try out that new spell that I got. Hey, this seems really useful. Also, Victus. I don't know if you're aware of that, but, Kain, shut up.
No. Why would he shut up? Also, do you want to switch back to the sword? Would that be better?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me see if there's a page on here for weapons. Let me see. Iron sword, spiked mace, and then some other shit coming up later.
Yeah.
I bet you can't guess what you end up with by the end of the game.
Is it something called a soul reverb?
Maybe.
The Heart of Darkness.
Save Victor! Save Victor!
I mean, I assume we're at the point in video game history where, like, it's not like modern day whatevers where, like, you get trade-offs. I imagine this is old enough where just everything is a straight upgrade.
Huh.
Alternately, it's just cosmetic.
So it's used whenever it puts enemies into a longer stunned state. Like they get stunned for longer when you use the mace than the sword, and you can use it to apparently break down rock walls and obstacles.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find out anything more. Also, holy shit, this wiki is gigantic.
It's almost like Legacy of Kain is, like, complicated.
Almost like that.
It's almost like one of the main reasons I was moderately... Well, I don't know. The main reason I didn't play this game growing up was I didn't have a PlayStation. But the other part is
The
this
Heart
stuff
of
seems
Darkness.
intimidating.
Save Victor!
The Heart of Darkness.
Well, that was interesting. There are a lot of dungeons in this game. That's a cool floor picture.
I'm waiting for this cool floor picture.
Hey, Victor!
You'll see it.
There's just a loading screen right now. I'm waiting.
Just gonna walk around this cool floor picture.
Oh, the floor picture of Kain
Yeah.
in the suit of armor that you don't have yet.
Yeah. Well, I imagine we're gonna get it.
The heart of darkness.
Oh. Oh yeah, ice. I love video games. Oh my god. Leave me alone.
So I'm honestly not sure how the weapon damage in this game works. I can't find anything saying that anything is particularly better or worse than anything else. Like, certain weapons are better against certain enemies, but aside from that...
Huh.
Like, there is a weapon you will get later that is really good against, say, the undead or ghosts, but not so much against some other things.
It's not so good against living things. I feel like the surprising thing is that I would have expected the mace to be more effective against skeletons, but it doesn't seem that way. I don't know.
Oh, wait, what am I looking for here? So I need that, I need... Where's the... Oh, right, that's
Oh no!
Hey, Victor!
That was amazing.
Yeah, that's... Uh-huh.
Hey, Victor! Hey, Victor!
Oh, I'm out of magic. Ma'am, I need your magic.
Hey, Victor! Hey, Victor!
Side note,
Lower
while I'm thinking
forms
about
of
it, and while I'm
undead
looking
fall
at
swiftly into deception.
this
With the bone armor,
story
they are
mission,
not as
story
eager
mode
to
screen
challenge me.
for Warriors Orochi,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to put out here the because it's set up as a timeline. So let me just go through, because chapters are the chapters are the order you get to them as you play
Bone
through the
armor.
story, but the chapters are in
Lower
order of when
forms
they
of
happen
undead.
chronologically. So let me just read this timeline off for you real quick.
All right.
Chapter 7, Chapter 3, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 4, Chapter 5, Chapter 6, Chapter 8.
Great.
I love time travel.
Believe me, I'm aware.
Oh,
of
you
this.
got the... Did you get the dumb bone
I
armor?
did. I've equipped it.
Rad. Look at that.
It's pretty cool.
Did
Does it?
Have they told you what the bone armor does?
No.
So it basically makes skeletons and ghosts and like lesser shitty undead creatures just ignore you.
Oh, that's great.
Because they're just like, nah, you're cool, you're one of us.
Oh, it
So
totally
shitty
does.
undead will... Huh? Yeah, no, shitty
Yeah.
undead are now just not even interested.
That's great.
You're part of the team. Don't you feel appreciated now?
Dude, oh god.
It means you don't have to fight these shitty skeletons anymore. You just walk around it.
Help me, kind sir!
Drink his blood.
Help me, kind sir!
Dang it, Kain.
Please,
There we go.
help me, kind sir!
Nope. Go.
God, ice. Why do these guys keep asking you to help them when they are like watching you drink the blood out of people? They're still just like, oh no, help me, buddy. It's
Help
like, dude,
me.
is he just like sitting there watching you drink the guy next to him and he's like, well, okay, but now he's full.
Yeah, probably.
I was worried before, but now he's clearly had his fill, so everything's cool. Random aside, I have now watched that Good Omens show on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright. It's fine. It's not, like, great. It's not terrible.
It's no Doom Patrol.
It's really not. It kind of just looks like they put an Instagram filter on David Tennant the whole time to give him the weird demon eyes.
Your blood.
They Victus! They Victus! They Victus!
Oh boy.
The heart of darkness.
How's it going?
You know, I'm just really glad that I picked up 11 billion Hearts of Darkness.
They Victus! They Victus!
Oh, that didn't sound great.
The heart of darkness.
Just a weird, like, sound glitch of... It sounded like, ooh. Something getting caught, and then, like, just the skeleton just going... like, repeatedly. Not... I don't have enough magic for...
The heart of darkness.
Oh, okay, good. I do still have...
They Victus!
I can't wait for the armor that makes use what shoot the energy balls stop shooting.
They Victus!
That'd be nice if that was a thing that existed.
Yeah. I imagine it,
I don't think it is.
it probably isn't. I wish it was. ironically, there are these 3 people chained up on the wall that I can drink their blood. Alright, cool. Now I have the sick blood armor.
This cleanses my body of any dangerous poisons. Quite useful with all the filth I find myself surrounded by.
Oh good. I got an anti-poison thing, which I assume means that poison is going to start to become a thing soon.
Oh, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
How do you feel about enemies whose blood you can't drink because it's poison and will hurt you?
That's a bummer.
Yeah, get ready.
Save Victus!
Oh, the ghost doesn't hurt my health. I turned into Rich Evans there for a second. The ghosts don't hurt my health, they hurt my magic. That makes sense, actually. Also, I should remember that I have this bone alarm, so I probably don't have to worry about the ghosts.
See, my problem with things like that are based on just, like, the strength of the enemy or whatever, is how do you tell if the enemy's actually tough enough that you don't need to worry about them? Or weak enough, rather.
If they rush you, then you need to worry about them. If they don't, then you're
See,
fine.
I want a more immediate way to tell.
Also, I picked up like 5 more of those revivey things, so that's cool. I think I missed something here. Hold on. Get the 2 flays, head to the right, get the green herb, then return, flip switch at the top again. Oh. There we go. I want to point out that according to the guide, this place is called the Inspire Hate Dungeon.
Is that because you were going to get a spell that lets you inspire hatred?
Probably.
Is it just terrible puns?
Oh yeah, that's another really good part. Is you can totally dump on the Persona 3 cast because the like fake Akutsuki shows up in one of the movies.
Is there just a thing of like, how did you not know this guy was evil?
No, it's just like because he makes a bad pun, and then you, as the Persona 5 main character, can just be like, "Oh, so it's not just him. It's not." Or it's like, it's not just you guys that have the bad senses of humor, or something like that. There's a lot of really good dumping on people
On the Persona 3 cast.
that need to be dumped on.
There also seems to be a lot of dumping on Ryuji, which I'm
allows me
glad
to
about.
exploit the petty prejudices of man. Minor grievance would escalate to murderous rage.
Dumping on the idea of the
Sweet
Phantom
terror
Thieves hiding
when
their
the spell
identities.
wore off and they saw their hands covered with their neighbor's blood.
These frog dudes with the stretchy arms are the worst. I hate them.
Victus! Victus!
Also, I'm not sure if you're getting this, Make Me Mad,
Yes, but Vivictus.
but Vivictus.
I'm getting less of it than you, but it's still coming through for the record.
I'm getting so much of it with the maze.
Endless. Hey,
Oh. Vivictus, Grav.
Okay.
TFP can finally hear the things he is streaming, and has just now realized that Kain is going to spend this entire game yelling the same catchphrase over and over again in mispronounced Latin every time he finishes a combo.
I'm pretty psyched about this. As someone who took Latin in like elementary school.
You had Latin in elementary school?
Did.
Right, you were in one of those weird schools.
Yeah, it was.
You know the ones.
Yeah.
One of those places.
I think my school had Latin, but they might have gotten rid of it before we could select languages. The only options we had were Spanish, German, and French. And I was in the second to last German class. The year after me had 2 students, and that was the last German class.
That's unfortunate.
I can see why.
I took German in
Can
high
you?
school.
If there were only a couple of students.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's why they got rid of German. Yeah, it was always the smallest, but I don't know why so few people wanted to learn German specifically, but...
Yeah, that is odd, but...
Oh, please.
I just mean I can see why they would cancel the class then.
Right, yeah, that part makes sense.
Which is funny because a while ago, Germany had this program where they were actually offering free college if you could speak German.
Cool. Yeah, anyway, I think they replaced German with Chinese, or at least that was the plan.
That makes sense.
So like, oh, China's taken over, gotta teach the kids the Chinas.
I mean, they better learn now.
My fun thing.
Make it easier to serve in the work camps.
My thing about languages in high school was if you read like online the course catalog or whatever, they had German, Spanish, and French. But there were no French classes at my high school because the teacher got arrested for having the sex with the children's.
Yay, I mean, what?
The Heart of Darkness.
I died again. Whoops, that's not.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You have like 1 billion hearts, right?
Yeah. I have 10 left.
Okay, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
It's like half as many as you had earlier, but it's fine. Might need to consider a long-range option for dealing with those guys who have very long reaches.
Yeah, but I can't drink their blood.
You don't really need to drink everyone's blood, because if you kill them from a distance, you don't get hit.
That's true.
And then you don't...
I reference you to your very own screenshot from 2 posts that make me mad.
Oh, please. Help me, Meister.
Oh, it's the Legacy or the Blood Omen 2 thing.
Oh, of him just sucking blood from a distance.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he does that in this game.
Yeah. I'm still just staring at that ugly little frog. Look at that guy.
Is that the one that was on last week tonight?
Maybe.
Looks pretty similar.
It might have been. I don't know because I did not watch that show, but it was posted on a Twitter account that I was following. And look at that guy. He's got a bizarrely human face. He's just angry, staring. I like it. I love that frog.
No blood.
Okay, I don't think it's the same frog, but it's a pretty similar looking frog to the one at the very beginning of this one.
It removes my spell that reflects projectiles because I got the Inspire Hate thing, and that's the worst.
The Heart of Darkness. Energy Bolt. Light.
Oh yeah, that is a similar frog.
Invoking...
Oh wait, I hit the wrong button. Yay. Is all these loading screens when you hit like the pause button? Isn't that like what it was like to play like Final Fantasy IV on the PlayStation or whatever?
Yeah, there were a number of those Square PSX ports from Super Nintendo where there was terrible loading on menus and other things. I think Chrono Trigger was particularly bad in that regard, but all of them had issues.
Save Victor! Save Victor!
Also Victus, by the way.
Save Victor! Save Victor! Save Victor! Save Victor!
Ah! Long arms.
The Heart of Darkness.
Save Victor!
It says to head for the exit, but I don't know where the exit is. Unless it's just back out. Nope, not back out the way I came. Oh, this way. Yeah. To be honest, this has been a very productive Blood Omen stream. 'Cause
Yeah,
we're like,
it's gone well.
we did Nup Raptor, and apparently we're like 2 screens away from Malik's, or the start of Malik's dungeon,
Oh, okay.
which Even though Blood Omen may be the game of the short streams, which is moderately unfortunate because we're at like a hour 50, and if I get to Malik's stream place, I don't want to like start it and then have to backtrack.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you're gonna call this one a bit early?
Well, I'm gonna call it when I get to
Okay.
probably the Malik place, which, who knows, the way that I play the video game, it may take about 10 minutes, so it may be, 2 hours as it stands, but shut up.
Did you guys watch the Stadia thing earlier?
I did not. I heard about some of it.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't too much to the presentation. They did some previews for upcoming games, and they're like, here's our pricing. Now, and check out
like
our controller. It looks like a controller.
Destiny 2 and Baldur's Gate, which is coming to Steam anyway.
Yeah, the most interesting one to me was, what's it called? It was like some 4-letter of a word that has more vowels in it, but it's like some horror game where you play as a kid, and I like the art style that they were.
I like horror games.
Was it Guilt?
Yep, that was the one.
Guilt with a Y?
One.
You should
Malik's
feel
bastion,
guilt for spelling it that
defiantly
way.
on the mountaintop, black as night against the blanket
Look at the bright
of
side. There's
snow.
no numbers in it.
What manner
It's
of
true.
man would choose
It's
a
true.
land so harsh and utterly devoid of life?
not
Or is
guilt
it
with a one.
unfortunate? I'm telling you that it
There's
should.
a screenshot of the main character here staring at a chalkboard, and on the chalkboard someone has drawn a stick figure of the character with a pile of poop on her head.
Oh, kids.
The true survival horror, School. You wish I was joking.
Remember that weird,
Oh, that's not... Why would it... Oh, wait, we both just posted at the same time, I see. I thought the screenshot I posted turned into the trailer you posted. We both just posted at the same time.
remember that weird WiiWare horror game from, like, Way Forward?
No.
It was in a school. It was, like, called Lit, L-I-T.
That sounds like a game name that would happen, but no, I do not remember that.
I'm not even gonna try to Google that.
Just L-I-T WiiWare.
You want me to just Google lit WiiWare and see what comes up?
Yeah.
Game Run Games back.
Okay, fine. It actually did pop that up.
Where am I going?
But yeah, this doesn't look familiar at all.
I'm so lost right now.
Did you say you were like 2 screens away?
I am, but it just says, okay. It
The art for
literally
that game is
says, go to the bat beacon, you'll see the vista marker for Malik's Bastion, and then go there. And it's just like, what?
I mean, just go there.
Malik's Bastion, perched defiantly on...
Oh wait, I bet okay. I bet.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Slit game now, and I do not remember this at all.
No? Wait.
Yeah, I guess it happened though. I can't deny that.
Does appear to have been a real thing.
I wasn't making it up.
Something that also exists apparently is Lit AF Games Company, linked to no games. Games developed Bunny Blocker for iPad, iPhone, and Android, 2018.
Why?
I guess that the developer vapes.
Why?
What developer doesn't these days?
Man,
What developer can you trust not to vape?
I still can't get over the part where the collectibles in Blood and Truth were vapes.
I'm just glad you got like a star for throwing. Didn't you get a star for throwing your brother's vape pen out the window of the
No,
car?
he just called me
Or did he
a
just
prick.
comment on it?
He just commented.
Okay.
I don't think most Japanese developers vape yet, but who knows?
Countdown until Hideki Kamiya is vaping.
I mean, Venom Snake vapes.
Countdown until Rodon is vaping.
That's why Bayonetta 3 keeps getting delayed, is someone keeps trying to tell Hideki Kamiya, dude, vaping, it's the future, and Hideki Kamiya just, like, punches them in the face.
Gives him the old Jeremy Clarkson.
Does Godzilla vape naturally?
It's a great question.
I think everything Godzilla does is natural. He's, protector of the natural world and all that.
Right, but I mean, if what Godzilla does is considered vaping, then it's not like he bought a giant vape pen.
Well, true.
That's why I specified.
Hmm.
Basically, is Godzilla breath vaping is what I'm asking.
Maybe.
It
It's
is
like nuclear exhaust or
Yeah.
something, so the argument could be made for sure.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I guess. I don't know how else to explain it.
Well, if his face ever blows up while he's doing it, then we know for sure.
Unless you're,
Someone exploded while vaping.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there have been vaping fatalities, or at least the one.
Can I not open up that menu while I am a wolf? Apparently I can't.
Games where you transform into a wolf.
This, Symphony of the Night, Twilight Princess.
Yep, those were the ones I was thinking of. And as far as I know, you can open the menu in at least 2 of the 3 games.
I am genuinely confused at the moment.
Is your dark diary a normal diary, or is it actually, like, dark?
I don't know what the Dark Diary is.
What happens when you hit the button?
It shows, like, pictures. Like, check out this broken pillar, and then here's me turning into a vampire, I think. And then here's me at all the pillars. And there's this cool dragon.
Concept art, is that what's going on?
I don't think so, but...
Yeah, that's a weird diary.
I found the European Square Enix forum here. Oh.
Oh.
I would have never figured this out, by the way.
What was it?
Hold on and I will show you. Thank you, Tempe Smurf. It's from the European Square Enix forums. If we stand on the bat beacon here and then turn into a bat...
Mm-hmm.
Whoops. We can now fly to Malik's Bastion. And we get a sick cutscene.
you forms got their shit together.
It is kind of funny to me that Kain is apparently a tough enough vampire to totally no-sell sunlight, but rain and snow murder the shit out
I
of him.
know you are here, demon. The stench of death.
He's not a vampire, he's an alien.
The interior was as cold and
M. Night
sterile
Shyamalan's
as the
Legacy
snow
of Kain.
outside, with empty
Yes,
suits of armor
please.
and sharp, cruel steel lining.
The that is happening is really irritating. I was not supposed to go this way. And then I died.
The heart of darkness.
My warriors are but shadows of my skill, child.
The heart
Vivictus.
of darkness.
Bay Victor! Bay Victor! Bay Victor!
The heart of darkness.
I'm gonna be honest.
I like that he starts narrating the thing about the Heart of Darkness every single time you die.
Yeah.
So I don't even have to wonder if you died, I'm just hearing it. Yep, there he goes again.
Rude. That's a cool thing.
The towering metal structure gave birth to these wraiths. I could hazard only a guess at its function. Fusing the souls of long-dead warriors to their armor so that they may do battle once again. Life without blood? What a travesty.
Kain is
You
so
hope to
offended.
test me, Kain. Do not worry. Your challenge will not go unmet.
Okay, there I am. I thought there was a save point here. But apparently I was lied to. It told me to go directly down from where I was to go outside, and I did, and then I'm just back to where I was. Let's try that again. Wait, where am I? I have misplaced myself in this guide. Now I'm outside.
I'm gonna be honest, the most surprising thing about the situation is that you're surprised.
I thought I was following a guy. Hey, I didn't die. I
The
definitely
heart
didn't
of
die.
darkness.
I'm just gonna talk over this real quick. For no reason.
For no reason.
Your undeath does not make you immortal, vampire.
Okay, now I went south from the teleporter and I'm outside. But that was not where I was because there were no items. I'm so lost.
The heart of darkness.
Uh... Oh wait. I can magic. Oh, that's on a timer. That's why I teleported. Wolfie speed.
The heart of darkness.
You ever read Darkness?
No.
Yeah, I did for school. Back in, I think it was high school.
I did in college, so.
The heart of darkness.
Either we're gonna find a save point or I'm gonna game over, and either way it'll be funny.
Come
I mean, now you know how to get
slay
back in here.
the
That's
slayer
true.
of vampires, have you?
The heart of darkness.
I feel like there's a real missed opportunity for like times in like a quick succession. Like Kain just gets upset at you.
The heart of darkness.
I mean, I really think it's kind of a dick move for the heart to bring you back.
It really is. Like it should be like for that. Come on.
At least half.
Well, I went back around to the entry. That's cool.
My eyes yearned from lack of contrast. My mouth ached for want of blood. In this cold wasteland, food was scarce, and my hunger grew. The The guards at the gate offered no resistance. They were frozen solid, and dead as they stood, their flesh welded to the cold metal of their armor.
I don't think you know how welding works, Kain. Also, I didn't realize welding was a thing in whatever time period you're from. Okay, can't exit this place, so I'm gonna be honest, we have like just completely stopped following the guide because I don't know where I am going. I can't find where I'm at, really.
The Heart of Darkness.
The Heart of Darkness. Oh no, the battery for controller 1 is low. Whoa, excuse me. Rude.
The Heart of Darkness.
I wish I knew what item that was so I could maybe try and find myself in this guide, but I couldn't tell what I just picked up, which is always great.
The Heart of Darkness.
Oh, wait, there's stairs. Oh wait, that's where I came from, I think. Yes.
The Heart of Darkness.
I guess because I went down the stairs, I reset the switch, which is really cool. Oh no, okay. I get it.
Just figure it out.
The Heart of Darkness.
Oh, can I just... Yeah! Use my invincibility time from the Heart of Darkness to cheat.
How many more of those do you have?
I got 2.
That is not a lot.
Hopefully there'll be a save point.
Didn't you start the stream with like 18 of them?
Something.
I'm just gonna say You should maybe
The
rotate your
heart
saves.
of darkness.
What? No. Rotate
Maybe
your...
you might need all those hearts that you are... I'm not going to use the word wasting. I will say that you've maybe been frivolous with your hearts.
Oh, I got 2 though. I have 2 now.
I'm just worried about the future.
It'll be fine.
The heart of darkness.
Run, Wolfie. Pardon me.
Every now and then I'll just be distracted, and then out of nowhere just comes Kain talking about the Heart of Darkness.
A corpse held court on a tattered throne, grinning malignantly at me through blackened teeth.
It is not often that a man sees his own corpse. It is a sobering experience.
You know, luckily this isn't like an action RPG type thing where you gotta level up.
Interested in my own corpse
Like Blood Omen
than
2, I guess.
am in yours.
I don't think Blood Omen 2 is an action
Prepare
RPG. Well, it's
yourself,
not like an RPG, it's more just
vampire.
action. I think. I don't remember much about that, but I remember there not be. I don't think there's leveling up.
Oh, you're talking about me just running past all the enemies?
Yeah. But I mean, I guess if you could level up in this, you could at least level grind.
That's true. Guess what, though? This is the safe point, I think. I hope. I found where I am in the guide. We did that entire dungeon by the seat of our pants.
Great.
Nice.
And by we, I
Can't
mean
wait for
me.
the boss fight.
Yeah, well, that'll happen tomorrow, probably.
Alright.
Because it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Been a bit.
Yeah. Join us next time when we do this boss that will probably, like, you know...
Fucking wreck your shit, probably.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a guess.
Probably. Night, everybody.
Night.